Today I'm going to show you about the shirt pattern piece. So if we're moving on to the shirt, the pattern piece is coming up rather small. So it's looking like this, which is really fiddly to work with. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you, move you back a bit, I'm going to show you how to enlarge it because it needs to be bigger in order for you to sew with it. So what you do first of all is take your pattern piece and then you need to draw around it. Right, you then need a ruler and you just need to measure at every point however big you want to make it. So I'm going to make, just for mine, I'm going to make it 3 centimeters bigger, but you can do however big you want. So the bigger it is, the probably easier it will be to work with. So just keep that in mind. So if you're really struggling, try and make it bigger, but obviously you've got to think about the size of your paper as well. That's also something to think about. So like this. I've stupidly not left enough at the bottom, but that would be 3, and that would be 3. 3 here. 3 here. Just going to do 1 in the middle of the curve just to help me out a bit. Okay, so all we need to do now is connect our lines, but we're going to connect them longer than what we need them, just so that they run into each other, and we can then join them up. Right, so when you get to the curved section, you need to draw like so. And so you're going to try and mimic the curve that's there. Okay, and then that is now a bigger piece. So if we've done 3 centimeters for any other piece we're using, we have to enlarge it by 3 centimeters, and that will then all enlarge together. So that's what I'm proposing the first thing you do when you start your shirt, make it bigger. So in order to put it together, the main bulk of it is quite simple. Okay, you just have to add the, see if we can see that a little bit more. Yeah. So the back piece should be cut out as 1. So you put it on a fold. You can see my fold there. You get 1 piece. Then you get 2 front pieces. And what you're going to do is attach them at the shoulder and attach them down the side. Now, when you first of all line them up, they look like they don't fit. So if you look here, if we attach the shoulder there, this looks like it doesn't match up. But what we have to do is just slide it up so that this section and this section match, okay? Because their armholes aren't equal, and that is to make a big enough hole for the armhole, okay? So that's what will happen. So you need to make sure, rather than just thinking, oh, it doesn't fit, I'll just chop that bit off, you actually have to slide it up, okay? And it will make a bigger hole that will fit, okay? So that's what you have to do. So this bit here and this bit here. Right, then comes the fun of the arm. Right, to do an arm, what you have to do is take your arm, pre-sew just straight down the arm, leaving the curve open. Then, if you can, pre-stitch a few tucks in the arm. So it's a bit like this. And that will hold its shape much better and actually fit into the gap much better, because that's what you're supposed to do. Okay, so mine's a bit fiddly and my paper kept ripping, so I haven't done that, but that's what I suggest you do. You then slide the arm inside the armhole, like so. So it's here. And then all you do is you sew round here. Now, if it's really fiddly, do it by hand. you can do it by machine if it's big enough, and this is why I've said to make it bigger. If it is big enough, all you would do is open that up, pop the underneath side underneath the presser foot like so, and you would sew, rotating it around. Okay, now it's fiddly, but that's how you actually do insert a sleeve normally. So that's how you do it. Or as I said, you could just hand stitch, and you could just do like blanket stitch going over and around to hold it in place. Okay, but obviously if you do stitches too big, when you turn this back, you will see the stitches quite clearly. So it's up to you how you do it. It might be a bit of trial and error, and it depends what fabric or what paper you've got. Depends on how you can. So you're going to need to make it bigger first of all, then sew both sides on, and then put your sleeves in. Okay, if you're really struggling with the sleeves, it could just be like a sleeveless outfit or whatever, jacket. Then you have got a collar, but again fiddly, but you can have a go at putting your collar on after you've put your sleeves in, or you can have a play. So the front of it is actually way longer than it needs to be, because you have to double fold it back. So one fold, two fold, and it should overlap with your other piece. And this is what you call a button stand. So we should have buttons down here and holes down here, and it should then close. So if you have any buttons or you want to have a go at that, that is how you do that. Okay, so have a play. You could use, you could use your wax tea bags for like the bulk of this. That'll look quite cool, with different coloured collar and sleeves. Just have a go, make it creative, and see what happens. If it doesn't work, still keep it, just to show that you tried it.